Yo, South Africans, listen up. You're not gonna believe what's going down in Durban right now. Picture this. Heavily armed cops, National Intervention Unit blokes, standing guard outside a house in one of the poshest suburbs in KwaZulu-Natal. Why? Because Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, the KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner, is under serious protection after dropping truth bombs that have shaken the country to its core. This man's risking his life to fight crime and corruption, and I'm here to tell you why we need to back him, pray for him, and make sure his bravery isn't in vain. So grab a cup of something strong, settle in, and let's unpack this mess, because it's time to get angry, time to get loud, and time to stand with a hero who's got the guts to call out the rot in the system. Let's set the scene. It's Tuesday, July 8th, 2025, and Times Live rolls past Mkhwanazi's home in an upmarket Durban suburb, a leafy, affluent area where the houses are big, the streets are quiet, and you'd expect nothing but birds chirping. Instead, what do they see? Armed members of the National Intervention Unit, standing like sentinels outside the State House where Mkhwanazi lives. There's an SUV parked, a VW Golf 7, and a vibe that screams tension. This isn't just a routine patrol, folks. This is serious. Security's been beefed up, and for good reason. Mkhwanazi's made enemies, powerful ones, by doing his job too well. And let me tell you, when a man like that needs this kind of protection, it's a sign South Africa's in deep trouble. Why is this happening? Rewind to Sunday, when Mkhwanazi stood up at a press conference and let rip. This wasn't some polite memo or a quiet chat behind closed doors. No, he went public, accusing Police Minister Senzo Mchunu and senior cops of meddling in investigations into political killings and, wait for it, cozying up to organized crime. Can you believe that? The nerve of this man to call out the big dogs, knowing full well the ANC government's been letting crime fester like an open wound for years. Mkhwanazi didn't mince words. He said he's a hardcore police officer who's ready to die for the badge, for the truth. I chose to be a police officer, and in many years in my career, I have been involved in combat, he told the press. That's not just talk. That's a man who stared down criminals and corrupt politicians and said, "Bring it on." Who's got that kind of backbone these days? Honestly, who? Now, let's be real. South Africa's a mess. Crime's through the roof, corruption's eating us alive, and the ANC, they've been running the show for decades, promising change while the country burns. Just look at the stats, over 45,000 murders in 2023 alone, according to SAP's reports, and that's probably underreported. Hijackings, robberies, extortion rackets, you name it, we've got it. And don't get me started on the drug cartels Mkhwanazi's fighting. He's alleged that high-ranking officials, even politicians, are in bed with these syndicates, shielding them while honest cops like him risk their lives. It's disgusting, isn't it? How do we sleep at night knowing the people meant to protect us are playing dirty? Drop a comment below. Tell me, are you as livid as I am? Back to Durban. This State House, where Mkhwanazi's holed up, has been home to KZN's top cops for years. A local bed and breakfast owner, who's been there for over 40 years, told Times Live he was proper shook when he saw the police presence. I spoke to them because some cars were parked on the pavement, he said. They were reluctant to give me answers. Instead, they jokingly asked if I was not happy to see I was well protected. Classic cop humor, right? But this guy, he's not complaining. He reassured his guests, telling them not to panic, and even said, "It's wonderful because we feel safe." That's the Mkhwanazi effect. His fight for justice makes everyone around him feel a bit safer, even if it's just for a moment. But here's the kicker. Why does a man like him, doing his job, need this kind of protection in the first place? Why is our system so broken that a hero has to live like he's in a war zone? Mkhwanazi's work speaks for itself. Since 2018, his political killings task team investigated 612 dockets, arrested 436 suspects, and recovered 156 firearms. 55 of which were linked to political hits. They nailed 128 convictions in 106 cases, with 29 life sentences handed down. That's not just paperwork, folks. That's taking killers off the streets, breaking up syndicates, and giving families some justice. And what does he get for it? Threats, allegations of breaching protocol from the likes of Deputy Commissioner Shadrach Sibia, and now a fortress around his home. Sibia had the cheek to call Mkhwanazi's actions embarrassing and claim there's no truth to his allegations. Really, mate? You're gonna throw shade at a man who's got the receipts and the courage to back it up? It's pathetic, and it's exactly why South Africans are gatvol. Now here's where it gets personal. Mkhwanazi's not just a cop. He's a symbol of what we could be if we stopped letting the ANC's failures define us. He's out there, risking everything, while the government dithers and crime syndicates laugh. President Ramaphosa's called for restraint and promised to look into it when he's back from some fancy summit in Brazil. Restraint? Are you having a laugh, Cyril? Our country's bleeding and you're talking about restraint. Mkhwanazi's not restraining himself, he's fighting for us, for the badge, for a South Africa that's not run by crooks. And what do? We pray for him. We pray for his safety, for his family, for his team, because right now, that's the least we can do. So, I'm asking you, have you said a prayer for Mkhwanazi yet? If not, pause this video, do it now, and let's keep this man covered. But prayers alone won't cut it. We need to get loud, get active, and hold this government accountable. The ANC's had 30 years to fix this, and what have we got? A police force riddled with corruption, a justice system that's a joke, and a commissioner who needs armed guards just to sleep at night. It's a disgrace, and we should be screaming it from the rooftops. Share this video with your mates, your family, your WhatsApp groups. Let's make sure every South African knows Mkhwanazi's story and why he's worth fighting for. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. It's free. It takes 2 seconds and it helps us keep shining a light on the truth. Look, I'm not saying Mkhwanazi's perfect. No one is. But when a man stands up and says he's ready to die for what's right, you listen, you support him, you protect him. And right now, thank God, he's got the National Intervention Unit watching his back. Those lads are no joke, trained to take on the worst of the worst. So, to every South African watching, let me assure you, Mkhwanazi's safe. He's protected. The state's got his back, at least for now, but we can't let our guard down. The criminals he's exposed, the corrupt officials he's called out, they're not going away quietly. They're powerful. They're connected, and they're dangerous. That's why we need to keep praying, keep talking, keep pushing. What's next? Will Mkhwanazi's enemies try to silence him? Will the ANC finally wake up and do something about the rotten saps? Stick around, because I'll be covering every twist and turn in this saga. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss a thing. And let's talk about it. What do you think's gonna happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And let's get this conversation going. We can't stay quiet, not when a man like Mkhwanazi's out there fighting for us. Before I go, let's do this together. If you're as angry as I am about the state of our country, show some love. Join our channel membership. Toss us a super thanks if you can. It keeps the lights on. And if you're watching with ads, let them play for at least 30 seconds. It's a small way to support the cause. Most importantly, subscribe, like, share, and comment. It costs you nothing, so just do it now. Seriously, hit that button. Let's rally behind Mkhwanazi. Let's condemn the crime and corruption tearing us apart. And let's build a South Africa we can all be proud of. Pray for our hero, and let's keep fighting. I'll see you in the next one.